What's going on? Is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Rita's over there counting money. We're here. Breakfast. It's kind of actually lunch. But we're here on a Sunday. Let me step outside so I can have this conversation with y'all really quickly. Hopefully I can get back in because they're about to close. Man, I don't understand what's going on in these streets today, man. I can't avoid seeing this whole thing about Abba and Preach. I don't get it. Abba and Preach, fresh and fit, beef. I heard that Myron was on a Sneeko something, and I refuse to watch it, right? But you know how you scrolling up in your algorithm and you can see the videos automatically start to play? And I seen him with a hood on his head or something like that, and then I seen another video where Abba and Preach was saying that they won or they wanted to get the platform removed and all of this type of stuff. I am so perplexed, honestly, of how you guys or how people, can just allow somebody else to completely deplatform them or even put them in a position where we having a conversation about deplatforming somebody. And then B, how people can want other people to get their platforms removed. That's wild to me, because regardless of whether or not I don't like somebody, and this is just me personally, regardless of whether or not I don't like somebody or whether or not I feel some type of way about somebody, I never want somebody to actually get their platform removed. I don't want to mess with somebody's job. I don't understand the whole doxing concept, which is a completely different conversation, but I can't understand it. And so my takeaway from the whole thing is I'm not even going to react to it. I don't want to see the video. I don't even care about those specific views. And maybe I'm just evolving and going to a different space in my life. Now, the other side of it is that I actually do believe in competition, right? So I do believe that, we competing, and I want to create a better product than you, and I want more visibility than you, and I want a greater stream than you and all of that type of stuff. So I'm it's just like basketball. Like, I want us both to compete, but I want the championship, and I want to send you home early, and I don't want you to make the postseason, and I'm gonna do everything I can in order to beat you. But at the same time, I still want you to get your salary. I don't want nobody's channel delete. Man, y'all don't understand the level of work that it takes in order to build up a YouTube channel. For those of y'all that has never actually tried to start YouTube, and it's a lot of people that have, and they failed, and even me, like a lot of people criticize me a lot of times, and their biggest criticism of my channel specifically is, you've been on YouTube for longer than most other people, and you just now getting your plaques and all of that other type of stuff, because I got 2 YouTube plaques or whatever like that. And it's like, I look at that as a compliment. That is a testament to, that endurance, because I've largely lived off of, and maybe it's just me and my biblical principles, I've largely lived off the idea that life is an endurance race. And so anything worth having, you got to work for. Now, obviously, that don't have anything to do with the type of bags that I've been busting down. And if you want to know about that, make sure you tap into the Patreon. You got the Porsche right there. Rita's in there eating, or actually still counting money. But if you want to know about that, because we had a business meeting, me and her, we got to go over some finances and stuff. If you want to know about that, make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description, as well as pinned to the top of the chat. But I've always believed that anything worth having, sometimes you got to have a long-term view about it. I look at everything in a 10-year perspective, a 10-year view. So if it takes me, 10 years in order to get to the space that it took you 1 year to get to, I'm okay with that, right? Because it's more meaningful to me. It's worth more to me for that. And you guys also, you don't have to do anything, but I would imagine that y'all can understand that, because there's things in your life that didn't come right away, and you had to be in the gym about it, and that's why it becomes more meaningful to you. If you get it quickly, often at times you lose it quickly. And I see a lot of people with these platforms, and they're not doing so well. They're not doing so well from a mental health perspective. They're not doing so well from a financial perspective. And it's all not good in the hood. And so when I seen possible clips of certain meltdowns on panels and platforms and stuff like that, it just showed me that no matter how much money you make, or no matter where you are in life, or how successful you are, or how many subscribers you get, people are still affected by what's going on. Now, I don't know the details. I know a lot of y'all probably know a lot more details than me about who did what, and you know, who doxed who, or who came at who first, or where the beef came from. But that's why I'm even largely staying away from looking at anything outside of a business agreement. If it ain't business, you come on, or, you know, I'm trying to move into a space to where I'm still doing good content, or I'm still doing great things, but at the same time, you know, I'm just looking at the reaction. I'm not going based off of the personal person or whatever like that. If it ain't business, I'm staying out of it, because I don't want there to ever be any hard feelings. I don't want anybody to feel some type of way about it. Somebody was in my chat on the Millionaire Morning Show on Friday when I was I was having a conversation about YouTube beef spilling into real life, and they said, this person started it first. And then somebody else said, what did they say? They said that Myron was saying that Preach, or I don't even know which one is which. I think it's Preach, came to his house, and that's why he's so offended by it. We live and we learn. And social media and these platforms are still new to us, especially to a lot of us that's gained that visibility, and so we still trying to figure it out. And what I've learned is to keep it 100% G, 100% business, and don't get caught up in try not to get caught up in the personals, because now I see a whole nother thing. Shout out to my dog, All Things Real, because I was checking out his channel when he was giving his perspective on it, and I kind of hit on that on Friday on the Millionaire Morning Show. But yo, people are willing to risk it all over a beef. It's almost just like people risking it all over somebody stepping on your shoe in real life, and then next thing you know, somebody is getting hurt, or you know, heard about it and things like that. I don't wish that on the people that I don't care about. I don't wish for you to lose your platform. I don't wish for you to suffer as a result of it financially. You know, I feel like I can beat you, but you can still be, you should still be able to take care of your family. I don't understand how people wish that on somebody else. But I'm not completely absolved from it either, because I've said some things in my lifetime that, you know, I had to, as I grow up and as I continue to mature as a 41-year-old man, you know, I'm evolving, and I can look back on certain things and say, man, you know, Anton, you got to ask for forgiveness for that. And so, yeah, man, but it's just wild. It's absolutely wild. It's crazy. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that it makes sense of how beef is playing out, and so you're willing to stand on that respect in order to make sure that, you know, you acknowledged? Or do you think that things need to be played out a little bit differently? I'm curious as to what y'all thoughts are. Let me know in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, Anton from AntonDaniels.com, and then also make sure that you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description, as well as pinned to the top of the chat. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm out. Peace.